This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
It's summertime, and the living is anything but easy, because it's time for SummerSlam. And then nuptials turn to napalm in a match made in hell. It's time for red hot action. It's time for SummerSlam.
And welcome everyone to episode 16 of the 5-star match game, the biggest party of the summer, especially because no one can gather these days, so four of us are the biggest party. And yes, we are talking about SummerSlam this week, and I have brought back the tandem from the WrestleMania episode, my Summer Chill chums. I like this group because they've all been watching the product long enough. I can ask questions about the 80s and 90s, and they can all stomach the current product decently enough so I can dip into the recent past as well. Up first, we have two-time champion and the current host of the Ring of Honor Retro podcast through the years, Mr. Matt Fauerstein. Matt, how you doing? And you've probably seen some SummerSlams in your days at the Barclays Center, I'm guessing.
I indeed have. And they went on way too long. But actually, I don't mean to step on your toes, Joe, but I know you have the big announcement, which is that they are going to be creating a 5-star match game video game for all the latest next generation consoles as kind of like a crossover with Joe Gagne's Fun Time Pro Wrestling Arcade. And actually, the winner of today's quiz is going to be the playable character that has the best stats in the game. So if you want to be like the best playable character in the game, you got to win tonight. So I'm hoping that's me.
Yes, that'll be on the PlayStation 6 whenever that comes out. So be ready for that. Up next, we have another former contestant, roving AEW correspondent and descendant of Sir William Pitt. It's Justn Shapiro. Justin, were you at the 1995 SummerSlam?
Yes, baby.
So.
Sure was. But it's built-in advantage there. If I need to abstain for any of those questions, I can.
I think you'll be okay. We'll see.
Matt, did you go to one of the LA SummerSlam?
Yeah, I mean, I would argue I went to the best one in 2013. And that was definitely better than any of the Brooklyn ones.
Well, between Brooklyn, LA, and my house, where was your favorite place to watch SummerSlam?
It was your house. I've talked about the number of bathrooms that was in your parents' house. There were 5.
Wow.
Hang on. Wait. There's 1, 2. Yeah, you're right. Well,
you asked for it, buddy.
I'm going to win this You Don't Know Jack game. I did get the email about that. It is based on You Don't Know Jack, and it's about Joe versus the World. And it's going to be like asking all the questions in a nasty, raw way. And they be like, what's up, dipshits? It's time to play if you can handle it, if you got the sack. So, yeah, I hope I have the best stats. I think I deserve them, but we'll see.
All right. Moving on, last and frankly least, the other co-host through the years, Mr. Trevor Dame. Trevor, you've been in Canada, and SummerSlams have been in Canada, which Canada is all just one big place to me. So were you ever at a SummerSlam?
No, and Joe, I never thought I'd be doing the show again, but then I learned that it counts towards community service, and that combined with a love of selling illegal fireworks has brought me back to the show. Thank you. No, I have never been at a SummerSlam. I've only watched probably 2 of them. It's mostly just Wikipedia for me.
All right, well, that may be a key to success. We will find out. But we have 5 exciting rounds of trivia about the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and we will kick it off with round 1. It was a very good year. For this game, I will give you an event relating to SummerSlam. You tell me the year it took place. So if I said the first SummerSlam, you'd hopefully respond at 1988. Correct answers are worth 1 point apiece. Everyone gets 5 questions. Are we ready?
I am ready.
All right, Matt. Well, you go third, Trevor, so you got time to steal up. All right, Matt, you're up first. The first SummerSlam outside the United States.
1992.
Is correct to get on the board. Justin, you have the first SummerSlam with a world title defense.
By which you mean the World Wrestling Federation Championship?
Yes, I do.
Okay. 1990.
Is correct. All right, Trevor, you get the first year a women's match actually took place.
1994
Is correct.
Oh my god.
Okay, now, so Sapphire's match does not count because
No, it did not
Actually
take.
took place.
Yes.
she was scared.
No, she sold out and didn't have time for wrestling, much like The Rock. So, all right, Matt, back to you. The first SummerSlam with a world title change.
1997?
Are you asking or telling?
Telling.
Should be telling because
That's
you're
not a
correct.
rule. We're allowed to be scared, aren't we?
All right, Justin, back to you. The second SummerSlam with a world title change.
I get to skip a whole bunch of years and start thinking because Matt did the legwork. Okay. No. Yes. 1999.
Is correct. All right, Trevor, you get Steve Austin's last SummerSlam match.
Geez, would that be 2001?
Is correct. Perfect so far, everyone. All right, Matt, you get first with a Money in the Bank cash-in.
2011?
Oh, that's correct.
E.
I might trip you up. Justin, you get Hulk Hogan's final SummerSlam match.
2006.
No, correct, in Boston against Randy Orton. Very good. All right, Trevor, you get the only SummerSlam called by Tony Schiavone.
That would be 89. That would be
89 is correct. All right, Matt, you get the first SummerSlam at the Staples Center.
2009?
Oh, that's correct. Everyone's perfect so far. All right, Justin, the last SummerSlam to be held at Madison Square Garden.
I feel like it must be. Yeah, there's no secret Madison Square. It's 98, right?
There was no secret Madison Square Garden show. Correct. All right, Trevor.
The SummerSlam you literally will never see.
Well, if there was like greatest MSG in Saudi Arabia or something. And
Not happen. All right, Trevor, you got the first SummerSlam with no appearance by Bret Hart.
Oh, wow. Would that be 96?
Oh, that's correct. It's sabbatical year. You are correct. All right, everyone's final question. Matt, the first SummerSlam where no current champion was in the main event. So no one with a tag, IC, or world title was in the main event.
1994? No. Yes, whatever. Yeah. Yes, 1994.
All right, I guess I have to accept that. You are correct. It's 1994. Undertaker.
realest emotion I've ever heard on a podcast. I was on.
All right, Justin, your final question. The first SummerSlam with no appearances by Randy Savage.
So what we're working out is whether Randy Savage called SummerSlam 94 or did any stupid shit. 94.
I'm sorry.
Look what happened.
Appeared. He threw it to I think Vince and Jerry Lawler and did a brief backstage appearance as well. So it was 95 was the first.
Oh, I just thought wrong. Sorry.
Well,
I thought it was the last one he was on. Oh well.
Oh no. All right, Trevor, your final question. The last SummerSlam at the Staples Center.
That would be 2014, I think.
2014 is correct for a perfect round. At the end of round one, we have Matt and Trevor with perfect 5 points. Justin right behind with 4.
I just want to say if I lose again, I'm going to pull my eyeball out on this podcast. That is a vow I make to you, the fans.
I just want to point out that partway through the first round, I noticed I was keeping track of my score on my fingers, even though that isn't necessary, and I had to kind of scold myself.
It keeps me honest. That's all.
Did you say you had to scald yourself? Like, put your hand in
Scald.
burning water? 'Cause
No,
that's just unnecessary.
That comes for the second round.
Okay.
All right, speaking of the second round, round 2, what's the stipulation? For this game, I'll give you a match in SummerSlam history. You tell me the stipulation it took place under. If I say Mankind versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley from 1997, you'd hopefully respond a cage match. Everyone gets 5 questions. Correct answers are worth 1 point apiece. Justin, you're up first. Are you ready?
I suppose.
Okay. You get Ric Flair versus Mick Foley from 2006.
I quit.
Oh, that's a declaration, or whether that's your answer, but you are correct. All right, Trevor, you get the Big Boss Man versus the Mountie from 1991.
Is it just loser spends a night in jail?
Jailhouse match, but we'll accept you got the gist of it.
Okay.
So we'll accept that.
It's under
All right.
Sporkle rules where they know what you mean.
Yes. All right, Matt, you get CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy from 2009.
Be a TLC match?
TLC is correct.
Hey.
All right, Justin, back to you. The Hart Foundation versus Demolition from 1990.
This is the first team who can win 2 out of 3 falls.
2 out of 3 fall. I was wondering where you were going there for a second. You had me fooled, but you got brought back. You are correct. All right, Trevor, back to you. Test versus Shane McMahon from 1998.
If this is another match where I don't know the name, but it's if Test wins, he gets to date Shane's sister, and he can't get mad at her, and if Shane wins, he can't. Is that the name? If that's the exact name of the match,
Is not the exact name. That's a little wordy. I was looking for something else. Matt and Justin,
Okay.
What do you think? Should we accept that answer? Or?
I mean, based on the title of the match, I would give it to him.
Yeah, there are 4 words I'm thinking
Lover
of.
or lever or no, something like that. I don't know.
It's actually a Greenwich Street fight, but you remember it, so we'll count that. All right, Matt, back to you. We have Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero from 2005.
That would be a ladder match. How specific do I need to get? The custody of a child was hanging from the ladder. Hanging from the ceiling.
But who?
Oh, Dominic Mysterio.
Or Guerrero, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess he is Mysterio now. Yes, you are correct. All right, Justin, back to you. We have Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose from 2005.
Lord.
Sorry for these recent questions.
Well,
Oh, no, it wasn't 2005. I apologize. It was another year. I don't know if that
15, I
matters.
would think, right?
Yeah, probably 2015.
So there is 3 ways that they do the same kind of match, and so it was probably like no holds barred. Oh no, it's a lumberjack match.
You know what? You're correct. That is a lumberjack match. I'm going to accept that.
There is a brick though, right?
There probably was a brick involved. Yes.
And then I pictured the brick, and then I pictured Seth jumping onto some idiots.
I don't remember the idiots in question, but everything else is correct. All right. Trevor, back to you. You get Bray Wyatt versus Kane from 2013.
I'm just going to guess Inferno match.
Ring of Fire, Inferno. Fire was involved, so yes, we'll give you credit for that. All right, Matt, back to you. X-Pac versus Jeff Jarrett from 1998.
Loser gets their hair cut or head shaved or whatever you want to say.
A hair match, yes.
Yes.
The common vernacular, yes, you are correct.
Actually, in Jeff Jarrett's case, he just got like a nice 1998 style haircut.
he got a nice buzz cut. This was no big loss for him.
Yeah.
Did you
Justin,
guys hear my good idea that people who don't want to wear masks should have to put their hair up?
All right.
Yeah.
Justin, back to you. Ken Shamrock versus Owen Hart from 1998.
They got to do it in the Lion's Den, baby.
Lion's Den is correct. All right, Trevor, back to you. The Undertaker versus Kama from 1995.
I'm just going to say casket match.
Yeah, that's always a good guess. You are correct.
I'm just going to say casket match for every question from this point on. Really
One more,
this
so
episode.
All right, Matt, back to you. You have Rusev versus Jack Swagger from 2014.
Would that be a flag match?
Flag match is correct. All right, everyone perfect so far as we head to the final questions. Justin, you get Big Cass versus The Big Show from 2017.
All right, this is a match contested between the competitors whilst suspended above the ring in a jail where he belongs. Enzo Amore.
Yeah, a roundabout way to say Enzo in a shark cage. You are correct. Trevor, you get Becky Lynch versus Natalya. You already said a casket match. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. No, I'm kidding. You can certainly.
I'm going to say casket match, Joe.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. It's a submission match.
Ugh.
You know what?
One day they're going to have a
Baby is
casket
not-
match without The Undertaker, and I'm going to love it.
Kane's probably been in one, maybe.
Well, since Natty was in that match, I was just thinking they were going to do something awful with her dad again. Like,
Yeah.
You had to go there.
It was in Canada, so they probably was on the docket.
All right, Matt, your final question. You have Kane versus Matt Hardy from 2004.
Oof. Was it like a match for Lita's? Like match related to Lita somehow? Lita?
Litas is my favorite alcoholic beverage. They banned it, though, I hear.
Yeah, that's the best guess I got. No disqualification? And for Lita?
Well, we were looking forward till Death Do Us Part match, which I don't know what that is, but I think you had to get that title to get it, so I'm going to ding you for that one.
I think it means the winner marries Lita. But in a way, that's also a casket match because of the death aspect.
So in that round, we had Justin Perfect with 5, Trevor and Matt with 4. Everyone is tied with 9 points right now.
Joe, how good do we have to do on your show to be officially classified, the three of us, as the boys of summer?
I'll classify you as that.
Yes.
If everyone can get at least, we'll say 15 points at the end of the game, we will call you the boys of summer.
Oh,
That's a big ask.
Sounds doable.
Better not. If you jackasses ruin this.
All right, on to round 3. List them and learn. The game of contestant interaction. For this game, I'm going to give you a category. Say everyone who has announced a SummerSlam match. We'll say 30 people have. Contestant number 1 will give a number they can name, say 15. Then it goes to player 2, who can either say they can name more or challenge player 1 to start naming. If you can name more, you don't have to increase by 1. You can say whatever number you want. It goes back and forth until someone is challenged. At that point, they have to name the number of names stated. If you do so, you get 2 points. Make any mistakes, your opponent gets 2 points. Everyone gets 2 questions with a chance to go first and also challenge. Now, Justin and Trevor, guys are up first. And I'm going to say I had 3 different categories. There were a different number, kind of a varying number of items on each. Question 1 has 16 items. Question 2 has 32. Question 3 has 22. So which question, not knowing what it is, do you guys want to go with? Since Matt's the 2-time champion, we'll put him at a bit of a disadvantage. Do you want more names to name or less?
Are these the 3 questions we're doing, or just the choice for this first question?
The 3 questions we're doing.
Ah, okay. I defer to the gentleman from Kelowna, or whatever it's called.
Well, I like my number of possible answers like I like the ages of my potential romantic partners in the 30s.
Oh, thank God.
Age appropriate.
All right. So,
I don't know what to say.
first the Velveteen Dream came back. Now this. I can't. No, it's all right. So you are choosing question 2. So from 1988 to 1999, 32 wrestlers can say they have opened a SummerSlam. How many can you name? We're counting main shows only, no pre-show or dark matches. So, Trevor, how many can you name?
2.
2. Bold number there. All right, Justin, how many can you hopefully name more than 2?
This is people in the opener from 88 to 99? 99,
correct.
Wow, Joe, I could do as many as 4.
Go on a while. All right. Trevor, back to you.
5.
You have to edit this out. Justin, back to you.
7.
All right, 7. We're getting up there a little bit.
I can do 8.
Right.
There are in the 30s.
I bet Joe wishes he gave this one to me.
The age that I got circumcised, 13.
13, all right.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they do at your bar mitzvah?
All right. They do now. You changed the rules.
Name 13.
13, all right.
He acquiesces.
32. So you want Justin to start naming, just to be sure.
I'm going to be honest. If he had called my bluff after maybe 4 or 5, I would have been in trouble.
All right, so Justin, start naming 13.
Oh. Feel like the pressure just fell off of me in a wave, and now I'm trying not to get complacent. Okay, 13 people who opened SummerSlam, and you started in 1988, right? I'm not gonna.
You're correct.
Okay, so David Smith,
Gives you 1.
the Dynamite Kid,
Gives you 2.
Jacques Rougeau,
3.
Raymond Rougeau.
That gives you 4.
Already have a problem. Ricky Steamboat,
Ricky Steamboat gives you 5.
Tejas Tornado.
Kerry Von Erich gives you 6.
I already said this other alliterative man.
Yep.
The Warlord,
Warlord gives you 7.
Hercules,
Hercules gives you 8.
Paul Roma.
Paul Roma gives you 9.
Okay.
We need 4 more.
Okay. D'Lo Brown,
D'Lo Brown gives you 10.
Val Venus,
Val Venus gives you 11. 2 to go.
Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon gives you, where are we at, 12?
And so I don't think Ted DiBiase has occurred anywhere else, right?
He has not. That gives you 13.
Oh,
Name's not
that
said.
was too many.
The 1, 2, 3 Kid and Hakushi in 1995. Hawk
Oh, yeah, I was
Animal,
there.
Ted DiBiase and IRS. Yes, you were there. We have Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart against Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard in 89. The Rockers against Power and Glory, 90. 91 was covered. 92. 93. What was 94? Was the Head Shrinkers against IRS and Bam Bam Bigelow. 95 it covered. 96 was Savio Vega and Owen Hart. 97 was Triple H and Mankind. 98 was, did we cover 98? Oh, that was, Val Venus, D'Lo Brown. And 99 was Jeff Jarrett and
D'Lo.
someone. Yeah, maybe, probably, yeah, D'Lo again. So, all right, Justin, 2 points for you. Excellent job.
Oh, thank you.
All right, all right, let's do Matt and Trevor right now. Matt, you have 2 questions remaining. One has 22 items on them, the other 16. You get your choice. Which do you want to go with?
I guess we'll go downward. So start at 22.
22, all right. So, question. From 2000 to 2019, 22 men can say they main evented a SummerSlam. How many can you name? 2 things here. Main event means final match on the show. Money in the Bank cash-ins do not count. So Alberto Del Rio in 2011 does not count. And we're also not counting the big Nexus versus WWE match from 2010. Too many dudes.
Okay. Okay. So you said from 2000 to 2000.
Yep, 2000. 20 years worth of SummerSlams.
I'll start at 15.
15. Wow. All right, Trevor. Challenge?
16.
16. Whoa. All right. Back to Matt.
17.
Oof.
How many is this out of again?
22. We're at 17 of 20.
I'll do 18.
18.
All right. Trevor, name that tune.
Oh, Trevor.
God.
All right. Trevor gets the name. Let's hear it.
Okay, I'm going to say The Undertaker.
Undertaker in 2008 and I think other years is correct. Gives you 1.
Chickmaster Punk.
CM Punk did 2009. That gives you 2.
And that would also mean Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy gives you 3.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, all of them. So many. Gives you 4.
And that would also mean, because the one main event people that in my extensive research that I uncovered that people don't remember was he also main evented in 2017 against Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe is correct. That gives you 5.
Braun Strowman.
Braun gives you a 6.
And Roman Reigns.
And Roman Reigns has several, and he gives you 7.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan in 2013 is correct. That gives you 8.
Oh, and just to be clear, Joe, we're not counting like Money in the Bank cash-ins.
No, Money in the Bank cash-ins do not
Okay.
count. That was only Alberto Del Rio that would come in.
Yeah.
With, so
John Cena.
John Cena had a bunch. That gives you a 9. Halfway there.
Oh, Randy Orton.
Randall Orton gives you 10.
And I said Edge, right?
You did not say Edge, but that gives you
Edge
11.
then. Okay, and then Seth Rollins, I don't think I said.
Nope, you have not. That gives you 12. We need 6 more.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle in 2000 gives you 13.
The Rock.
La Roca gives you 14.
Did I say Triple H yet?
You have not. That gives you 15.
Booker T was in 2001, right? Like the invasion, that was Booker T and The Rock. I think that went on after Angle Austin.
You're correct. That gives you 16. We need 2 more.
Why did I do this? Why did I ever do this? Hulk Hogan. God,
Hulk Hogan. That gives you
Shawn
7.
Michaels.
And Shawn Michaels gives you 18. You are correct. You did it.
Congratulations.
Good job.
What if I told you an Elimination Chamber headlined in 2003?
Yeah, that was like a Triple H, Shawn. See, I couldn't even name anyone else in that match. Even if you told me Elimination Chamber, I don't think I could remember anyone else in that match that wasn't I haven't already named.
Well, we had Goldberg in that.
Oh, yeah.
Fun. Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, and Kevin Nash were the final 4.
Well, but Benoit wasn't in that, was he?
I think he was. God, I hope so.
Yeah, it was,
What do you mean? You're the
no,
host of the show.
No, he headlined in 2004 against Randy Orton. I apologize. He was not in that.
Yeah.
I thought he was. It was all right in the end. Settle down.
This is the worst show.
All right.
It has the Boys of Summer on it. It's really good.
All right, we have our final question. Justin and Matt. Justin, 16 wrestlers have won the Intercontinental or U.S. title at SummerSlam. How many can you name? Pre-shows do count in this case, in case they won it on the pre-show.
Oh, Lord. I have PTSD from the last show. I famously biffed some of these, Joe. Let's start at 9.
9, okay.
Oh, boy. All right, I'll do 10.
10. Back to Justin.
11.
11. Oof.
All right, Justin, I believe in you. Do it.
Curious contestant competition strategy here, but we need 11 names to win the Intercontinental or U.S. title.
The boys support each other, Joe, and it's actually about building people up and not tearing people down.
Oh.
So much in the news today is negative, and how many do I have to do?
11.
Okay. Of people who won the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. All of the SummerSlam.
Yep, or the U.S. title.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, man. Okay. 11 people. Accessing brain archives. The Ultimate Warrior.
Gives you 1.
Kerry Von Erich.
Gives you 2.
The Hitman Bret Hart.
Gets you 3.
The British Bulldog.
That gets you to 4. Moving chronologically very nicely.
Razor Ramon.
Gives you 5.
Okay, I was at this one. I saw Shawn Michaels' butt. I saw Shawn Michaels grab an Intercontinental title, which he had heretofore possessed. He is not one of my answers.
He is not, yes.
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin in 97 gives you 6.
That was a good idea that he did.
Well, the idea was good, yes, but not at the end, no.
Triple H.
Triple H gives you 7.
RVD.
Rob Van Dam in 2002 gives you 8.
Out of 11?
Out of 11. 3 more.
Oh, brother. There's somewhere like I know who fought, and I'm pretty sure I know who won, but I don't know if that was a title change. I'm flummoxed. Okay. Santino Marella, right?
Is right. That's true. He won it in 2008.
He won it with a girl.
Yeah. Glamorella? Is that their dumb team? Anyway. 2 more.
I've lost the belt for an entire 5-year gap of my life. Oh, no. Okay, let's retreat to the recent times. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Rollins.
Seth Rollins did both. That gives you 10. Need one more name.
The Ultimate Warrior can't win twice, right?
No, that cannot count, sadly.
Okay. All right, so Edge and Lance Storm wrestled, and I really want to believe that Edge not only won, but won the championship. And Edge is my final answer.
Edge is your final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Oh, Joe, you worked me.
That gives you 11 names.
Oh, so much drama.
Names you struggled mightily to remember were Cesaro and the U.S. title on the pre-show in 2012. How that happened. Chris Benoit beat Orlando Jordan in seconds in 2005 for the U.S. title. China in 2000.
Why don't they play that meme anymore? Sorry, go ahead.
China in 2000. Dolph Ziggler in 2014. Why not? And Jeff Jarrett in 1999. So a big round for Justin. He gets 4 points. That gives him 13.
A big round and a big round of applause.
Yay. Trevor in second with 11. Matt with 9. As we head into round 4. What a contest. All right, round 4. Common opponents. For this game, I'll give you 2 wrestlers. You tell me the wrestler who had a SummerSlam singles match with both. So if I say
clarify this up front.
Rick Rude and Randy Savage, hopefully you would respond The Ultimate Warrior. I may or may not give you the names in chronological order. Everyone gets 5 questions. Correct answers are worth 1 point apiece. Trevor, you're up first. Are you ready?
No, but let's do it.
All right, your 2 names are Steve Blackman and Eric Bischoff.
Shane McMahon.
Shane O'Mac is correct. All right, Matt, your 2 names are John Morrison and Brock Lesnar.
CM Punk.
CM Punk is correct. All right, Justin, you have John Cena and Lance Storm.
Oh, I was hoping this would be like a fat guy because I was going to say a big round and then his name. But say again one more time, sorry.
John Cena and Lance Storm.
Edge, my friend from
Correct.
last round.
Yes, that's very fortuitous for you. All right, Trevor, back to you. You have Chris Jericho and Mick Foley.
The Ric Flair.
Ric Flair is correct. You wanted to say The Rock, but you corrected Ric Flair.
Rick.
All right. Matt, you get Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, Rey Mysterio is correct. Everyone perfect so far. Justin, back to you. You get Kurt Angle and Owen Hart.
Steve Austin.
Stone Cold is correct. Trevor, you get Jeff Hardy and Chris Benoit.
Orlando Jordan.
Oh, it was Rob Van Dam. I'm sorry. All right, Matt. You get Booker T and Baron Corbin.
John Cena?
Are you asking or telling?
I'm telling.
Telling because it's correct.
Yes.
All right, Justin, back to you. You get Braun Strowman and AJ Styles.
I'm telling you that it's Kevin Owens.
KO is correct. All right, Trevor, back to you. You get Kane and Wade Barrett.
Daniel Bryan.
Correct. All right, Matt, you get Eugene and Eddie Guerrero.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle is correct. Matt stays perfect. Justin, you get Dolph Ziggler and Apollo Crews.
Could it be The Miz?
It could be, and it is.
You didn't ask me if I was asking or telling.
You were very stern earlier on the subject. All right, Trevor, your final question, JBL and the Great Khali.
Batista?
Big Dave Batista is correct. All right, Matt, your final question. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
Well, that narrows it down because Bret has not been on that many SummerSlams. Kurt Hennig.
Mr. Perfect is correct, yes. I was like, no, that's incorrect. No, wait, no, Mr. Perfect is correct.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, your final names. Final names are The Undertaker and Test.
well, themselves for one thing. Someone wrestled The Undertaker, and dude also wrestled Test.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. What? Okay, hold on.
I'm like dancing in my seat right now.
That's okay. He wrestled The Undertaker, and then he wrestled Test? That's stupid. No. Hold on. There's surely a solution to this quandary. Joe, do you hate it when we talk through our answer out loud? Do you just edit it out later?
I usually edit it out later. You don't listen to the final product?
I did. Yeah. I seem very smooth.
I don't know if I believe you. Yes.
Okay.
All the time you need.
Like, there was no Undertaker Shane McMahon match at SummerSlam. That would be crazy and stupid. Test. Okay. Here's some people who wrestled The Undertaker. I'm so upset. Test came back and did some, well, yeah, and it would be gentlemanly for there to be a time limit too, right?
As far as I'm concerned, Justin, you take all the time you need.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's some Undertaker people. Kamala, the Giant Gonzalez, The Undertaker. Comma. Did Test? No.
Shouldn't The Undertaker be an acceptable answer? Really? Because
Wait, holy shit! You probably, I think you cheated, right?
How would you say I cheated?
Yeah, they have to throw that answer out now.
I thought that wasn't the real answer.
No, that is the real answer.
Okay, I don't
It was
accept
The
that. I'm
Undertaker,
sorry.
yes. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist putting
You
that in.
two are in cahoots. I've been all excited here, being like, "Oh, this is a great question," and then Trevor just like gives it away.
I like that. I'm mad at you, but I like that.
I appreciate that. All right. At the end of that,
Lee.
Justin perfect with 5. Ned also perfect with 5. Trevor
No,
had
I'm
4.
sorry. I don't think I can accept that. I would not have guessed that. I don't think.
You would not have, so you do not wish to.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Wow. All right. We'll have Justin. It's Justin with 17. Still.
What a gentleman!
I know. Amazing. Trevor
I
with
ruined
15.
it for everyone.
Nat with 14. You usually do.
Yes.
All right. We're going in to the final game, the sprint, where I will ask each of you individually 10 fill-in-the-blank questions in a row. Correct answers are worth 1 point apiece. Now, as with WrestleMania, we have 3 categories. We have 80s and 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. And Matt, you're in 3rd place, so you get to pick which set of questions you want.
So you said the 90s, 2000s, or 2010s? You said.
It's 80s, 90s is one.
All right, 80s, 90s.
80s, 90s, not a bad choice. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. All right. Blank called the first SummerSlam with Gorilla Monsoon.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Is correct. Blank accompanied the Bushwhackers at SummerSlam 91 in his final WWF appearance.
Andre the Giant.
Correct. Blank guest ref 2 main events during this time frame.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Correct. Bad News Brown brought out Blank at SummerSlam 1990 to combat Jake Roberts' Snake.
They would be Harlem sewer rats.
Correct. Just any old kind.
Specifically, yes.
All right. Before SummerSlam 1992, a young boy was interviewed who said the British Bulldog would win Blank.
Whether he wants to or not.
Correct. Blank provided this theme for SummerSlam 1998.
AC/DC.
Correct. Actor Blank appeared at SummerSlam 1994 to try to find the real Undertaker.
Leslie Nielsen.
Correct. Blank appeared at SummerSlam 1994 in the crowd with a sign that said, "I'm on strike."
It was Abe Knuckleball Schwartz.
Correct. Blank accompanied Razor Ramon during his SummerSlam 1994 match against Diesel.
394 questions in a row. Walter Payton,
Correct.
a.k.a. Sweetness.
Thank you. Jerry Lawler wore a Blank jersey at SummerSlam 1996 to rile up the crowd.
I don't remember. I'm going to say the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, no. It was the Baltimore
They would have
Ravens.
hated that.
Yeah. It was the Baltimore Ravens, who the Cleveland franchise had left to transform into. So you had 9 correct. That gives you 23 points. You're in the lead. All right, Trevor, you're up next. You have the choice between the 2000s and the 2010s.
Honestly, like the only one I felt comfortable in was the 80s and 90s, so I'll go 2010s.
2010s, all right, going recent. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Roman Reigns defeated Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 2018 and fended off Blank from cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase.
How can I not remember this when it was 2 years ago? I don't even remember who won the Money in the Bank 2 years ago. Oh, the Bray Wyatt.
Oh, it was Braun Strowman. I'm sorry. Blank was the outside enforcer for Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon in 2019.
Bray Wyatt.
It was Elias. Sorry. Blank was a special guest ref for Daniel Bryan, John Cena in 2013.
Triple H.
Correct. Alberto Del Rio cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase in 2011 after Blank attacked CM Punk.
Kevin Nash.
Correct. In 2012, Blank, Raw GM at the time, restarted the Cena Punk Big Show match after a screwy finish.
Eric Bischoff.
No, it was AJ Lee. All right. Orton Brock Lesnar ended in controversial fashion in 2016 when blank.
When Bray Wyatt ran in.
That was when Brock beat the hell out of Orton legit and gave him a concussion.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Became the inaugural Universal Champion in 2016.
2016?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the year? Is that Finn Balor?
Who won that match?
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor is correct. All right. Blank wrestled the final singles match of her career, beating Brie Bella in 2014.
2014. Lita. No, that's not.
Stephanie McMahon. All right. The cast of Blank appeared in a 2014 SummerSlam skit with Lana.
Is that Jackass? The cast of Jackass?
Oh, it was Pitch Perfect. I'm sorry.
Oh.
And the 2015 edition of SummerSlam was supposed to be held at the Blank in New Jersey until it closed before the show.
The Rexplex.
It's the Izod Center
in
New Jersey. All right, you had 3 correct out of 10.
Woohoo! I would have done badly there too. Don't worry.
Giving you 18 points. All right, Justin. Comes down to you. You get the 2000s. By my math, you need 7 to win, 6 to tie Matt. Are you ready?
But we've clinched Boys of Summer?
Yes.
Despite Trevor's best efforts, we have, yes.
I hate you.
Wow. Okay, how many I need 6 out of 10 to tie?
6 to tie, 7 to win outright.
Lord. Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. SummerSlam 2000 saw the first Blank match, now a yearly pay-per-view.
SummerSlam 2000? Oh, yeah, I was like, there's no fucking Money in the Bank, you moron. TLC.
TLC is correct. Flair beat Foley in an I Quit match in 2006 when he threatened Blank.
Moliner.
Correct. 2006 was the first time the Blank title was defended at SummerSlam.
Presumably the ECW title.
Correct. 2001 was the only SummerSlam color commentated by Blank.
Paul Heyman.
Correct. When MVP challenged Matt Hardy to a drinking contest in 2007, Hardy brought out Blank as his replacement.
Quotation mark Stone Cold, end quotation mark?
Correct. Randy Orton beat The Undertaker in 2005 when Blank interfered while in disguise.
I have to assume it was hepatitis B.O.B. Orton.
Bob Orton Sr.
They never said it was B.
Want to violate HIPAA here. In 2008, Chris Jericho shockingly punched Blank by mistake.
Can I say a title of this person, or do I have to name her name?
Yeah, the title is fine. That's what I have written down.
The wife of HBK.
Correct.
What's her name? Rebecca?
I do believe. All right, after losing by DQ in 2004, Undertaker chokeslammed Orlando Jordan on the hood of Blank.
First of all, this podcast does not pass the Bechdel test.
Where did that come from?
Did you say what did Undertaker? Wait, can you say me the question two more?
Yes, Undertaker chokeslammed Orlando Jordan on the hood of blank in 2004 after losing by DQ.
So Matt and I were eating some pizza and we watched Orlando get chokeslammed on JBL's limo.
Correct. 2007 had an angle plan between Umaga and the cast of blank.
Wow, I couldn't place the name of this rebellious show for derelict youth until my friend over there name checked it a little bit ago.
Damn it.
It's Jackass.
Jackass is correct. Finally, Randy Orton defeated John Cena when third-generation wrestler Blank, disguised as a fan, attacked the ref.
In 2009?
Yes.
Third-generation wrestler. I feel like there's a decent percentage-size chance that it was Tedward DiBiase Jr.
Oh, you're so close. It was Brett DiBiase, and the one thing he ever did.
Oh, yeah. You tricksy bastard.
I've been tricking today, but Justin, you got 9 right. That gives you 26 points. You are the SummerSlam champion.
With a tear in my eye.
Another big round of applause.
All right, not too big, but it'll do.
Thanks, guys.
Justin,
I think
wonderful.
I'm gonna pull my eye out anyway.
We're going to see it, or will it just be...
Ow.
Did we see it, or is it just a gumball you kind of have hidden?
He pulled it out like a Band-Aid real quick.
I was hoping you guys would puke on the air.
I did.
I'm sure listeners are, or have been for quite a bit on this one. All right, we have the tiebreaker question in reserve. Matt and Trevor, if you want to participate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Enthusiasm is abounding here. All right, for SummerSlam from 1988 through 2019, how many matches have been wrestled on the 32 SummerSlam main shows? You can send me a Twitter DM, your guess of the number. All right, two wildly divergent answers here. We have Matt with 184. We have Trevor with 369. And the correct answer is, Justin, do you have a guess for laughs here?
I immediately started drinking in celebration and wasn't paying attention.
There's the total number of matches on the main shows of SummerSlam for the past 32 years.
Guy just lost his eye. Give him a break.
I guess so. Okay, I shouldn't.
If I were to do this on the spot, I would multiply 32 by 8, which seems to be the median number. Now that's 16 plus 240, or I hope that's right. 256 is my guess.
Justin's guess is 256. The correct answer is 265. So I guess, Matt, you were technically the closest.
That's right.
Trevor's
I was only off by 104.
I wasn't sure if this was Price is Right rules, so I knew I wasn't going to go over with that guess.
Yes, Matt thinks there are about 5 matches on every SummerSlam. Trevor thinks there are about 20. So Justin dominating.
Look, those most recent shows are long. Okay.
They are very long.
They are long. I should have thought of that.
They were very long. Yes, Justin, congratulations. It took you 3 tries. You have done it. You are the champion of the 5-star match game.
Oh my God. I worked all my life for this.
Justin, prepare for your whole life to change.
Congrats.
Wow. Yeah, I remember we did the show in January. It was cold and dark a little bit, but things were relatively normal. Then Matt wins. All of a sudden, people start getting sick.
I think this new rain is going to lift the dark cloud over our world, and everyone's just going to get better.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that was funny when we did the last show, and we were like, this brief quarantine we're on sure is weird.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you all. You pushed me to be better. My competitors, by working so hard. Oh, the police are coming. If you can hear that from outside my window, because people are already like burning couches outside. Oh,
because they're so excited. They're celebrating your victory. So, Joe, I can't wait for the Hell in a Cell episode that you're going to be doing for the Hell in a Cell review that we all have watched all of. Every
yeah.
Joseph, I'll just tell you, if I have a wheelhouse, it's got to be naming Survivor Series team names and members of Survivor Series teams. That would not get tedious.
It's always a fallback for Survivor Series, but yes. Justin, do you have anything to plug?
Yes. Now, normally if a person on the show does not win, all of their plugs are null and void and no one has to look at them. I won. I would like to plug a podcast that I was on. This is a scrappy crew of do-gooders, and the show is called The Elite Beat. It talks about AEW, and I guess to embarrass me, they invited me on just a couple of weeks ago to talk about it and do my played-out shtick. I think it's on Spotify as The Elite Beat. I guess you would have to search for that name because it's really not conveniently available on Apple Podcasts. You can also follow the guy who hosts it. His name is Andy Napier, and his Twitter is NapDaddy33. Nap like sleeping, daddy like come to Brazil daddy, and 33 like halfway and then a little bit to the funny 69 number.
All right, superlative plug right there. Trevor and
Justin
Matt.
even makes his plugs funny.
Trevor and Matt, we know what you're going to plug because it involves me.
Yeah, we just did this podcast. It's called 5-Star Match Game. Justin's going to be in the video game version. He's going to be the top playable character.
Yes!
And that's all I have to plug.
What do you think my endurance will be?
5 stars.
Out of?
5.
But yeah, seriously, we have a podcast called Through the Years. Through is spelled THROH, and that is a podcast where Matt and I cover Ring of Honor show by show from the beginning. Some guy named Joe Gagney comes on for the Boston shows, and in fact, we should be scheduled this. I mean, I don't know when this show's coming out, but maybe even by the time you hear this show, we'll have done an episode with Joe Gagney covering Jushin Liger coming to Ring of Honor. And do not let that deter you from listening to the show. There will be plenty of other good episodes in the feed. That's about it. Oh, and I also just want to say, during the recording of 5-Star Match Game, I started scratching at a mosquito bite on my leg, and it started bleeding extremely badly, and I started freaking out. So listen back in the show and see if you can figure out at what point in the show did that happen.
Is it when you were doing really good and then answered 7 straight questions wrong? Did you keep answering Bray Wyatt because the Fiend possessed you?
I just saw the blood, and my mind went to the most fiendish thing I could think of. But no, Joe's a great guest to have on. It's a fun podcast, and that's I'm bleeding. I'm getting lightheaded. Anyway, thank you, everybody.
Right.
How far away are you from June 2005?
A long time in calendars days of episodes that we're covering, less than a year. In the time it'll take to get to that episode, you'll be in your 50s when you guessed again.
We're up to November of 2004.
Okay, I've been trying really hard not to get sick for the last 6 months. And that just got so much more daunting. How long can I keep this up? Can I tell you guys one funny thing if you want to hear a funny thing from your friend me?
I do.
Okay, so I went to, when you guys started talking about DMs, I turned on my computer and went to my Twitter page, and then the headlines or the trends were up. And I misread a headline. I thought it said Michael Cole knows where Trump's skeletons are buried. This was actually Michael Cohen.
Oh.
So that would have been funny.
I mean, Michael Cole was an intrepid reporter before he went to WWE, so he might have the scoop. Between his reporting skills and being around Trump at WrestleMania 23, he probably knows way more than he's letting on.
He was in the Gulf War, too, so he probably made some kind of back alley connections to one of those kingdoms.
Right. Well, we had a very smart conversation just then. So.
Yes.
I have a lot of editing to do for this episode. Let me just close out by saying the 5-Star Match Game is a proud member of the Voices Wrestling Podcasting Network. Please follow the show at 5-Star Match Game on Twitter with the number 5 or email 5starmatchgame@gmail.com with 5 spelled out. There's a donate button on our Red Circle page if you wish to make a one-time donation, or you can leave us a 5-star review. Our logo was designed by Rich Craich. Our show may be edited for entertainment purposes, like this one will have to be hacked up to pieces. But yes, I want to thank all 3 of you for being on. A great time as always, a great show, and we'll be back at some point. I don't know with what. We'll think of something. But until then, I'll see you soon.